Hi everyone, welcome to DD classes. In last video we have discussed about inflationary gap part 1 and part 2. For class 12, in this video we are going to see the deflationary gap or deficient demand part 1. So here deficient demand, it refers to the situation when aggregate demand, that is AD, is less than aggregate supply corresponding to full employment level of output in the economic. That is, the situation of deficient demand arises when planned aggregate expenditure falls short of aggregate supply at the full employment level. So it gives a rise to deflationary gap. Deflationary gap is the gap by which actual aggregate demand falls short of aggregate demand required to establish the full employment equilibrium. Already explained the full employment equilibrium diagram and the definition in last video. So please go through it and see in the description and suggested videos. Next is, what are the reasons for deficient demand? If it is occurrence of deficient demand are almost opposite to the reasons for excess demand. What we are learned in excess demand, it is opposite for the deficient demand. So the main causes for deficient demand, or first one is a decrease in propensity to consume. Here a decrease in consumption expenditure due to fall in PC, that is propensity to consume. It leads to the deficient demand in the economic. Next is a increase in taxes. Aggregate demand may also fall due to imposition of higher taxes. So it leads to decrease in disposable income and as a result the economy suffers from deficient demand. Third one is decrease in government expenditure. So government reduces its demand for goods and services. Because of due to fall in public expenditure, it leads to deficient demand. The next one is fall in investment expenditure. So here increase in the rate of interest or fall in the expected returns lead to decrease in the investment expenditure. It reduces the aggregate demand and give rise to deficient demand. Next one is rise in imports. When international prices are comparatively less than the domestic prices, then it may lead to a rise in imports, implying a cut in the AD. Next is a fall in exports. Exports may fall due to comparatively higher prices of domestic goods or services or due to increase in the exchange rate for domestic currency. So this will lead to the deficient demand. See now the diagram of the deficient demand, that is a deflationary gap. So in this diagram, income, output and employment are measured on the x-axis and AD is measured on the y-axis. AD and AS curves intersect at point E, that is which indicates the full employment equilibrium. So due to decrease in investment expenditure, that is change in I, aggregate demand falls from AD to AD1. It denotes the situation of deficient demand and the gap between them, that is EG, is termed as a deflationary gap. So the point F indicates the underemployment equilibrium. The next is impact of deficient demand. So deficient demand creates many difficulties in the economic due to its deflation in nature and adversely affects the level of output, employment and price level in the economic. First one is its effect on the output. How its effect on the output? Due to lack of sufficient AD, there will be an increase in the inventory stock. It will force the firms to plan for lesser production for the subsequent period. As a result, planned output will fall. The next one is effect on employment. So deficient demand causes involuntary unemployment in the economy due to fall in the planned output. And third one, effect on general price level. So it causes the general prices to fall due to lack of demand for goods and services in the economic. So the impact of deficient demand, one is effect on output, effect on employment and effect of general price level. Now it's your turn. What is the impact of excess demand and deficient demand on the price level? The answer is excess demand raises the general price level, that is inflation, and deficient demand reduces the general price level, that is deflation. I hope you are all understand about the deflationary gap and deficient demand. Thank you.